Epicure's amazing chocolate fudge. This is the stuff that dreams are made of for us chocoholics. This little goodie here can be a fondue, a hot fudge sauce, a chocolate drizzle, or an absolutely gorgeous, super chocolatey, yet not quite sugary sweet frosting. So we're going to show you how to make all those wonderful variations from this one little package. First, we are going to heat some dairy in our multi-pot. So we're using whipping cream as per the directions on the back of the package. And these are the most wonderful little pots. They're some of our absolute favorites. And you'll see inside, our multi-pot has measurements right on the side. So you don't have to dirty your other measuring implements to measure your liquids into your multi-pot. So we need about a cup of whipping cream. So we're going to add that right now. I've got my burner preheating here, so we'll be ready to go. So I just love that I won't have to wash a measuring cup and my multi-pot. So there we go. And now we're going to add our chocolate fudge package right into there. Whoop, a little chocolate cloud. And as you can see from the directions on the back, we've simply added the mix with our whipping cream. We're going to bring it to a boil, reduce the heat, and continue cooking for 3 minutes. Now, if you used it as soon as it was complete here, you would have a hot chocolate sauce, like a chocolate fudge sauce to use on an ice cream sundae or over a piece of dessert. Or it would be a gorgeous chocolate fudge fondue. And I have to tell you, a fondue is one of my favorite desserts to pull out if I have a large group coming over or I have a bit of a buffet laid out and people might want to grab and go, just a little quick sweet bite. So you'd have your little pot of hot chocolate fondue, and on the platter around it you could have fruit. We love bananas, mandarin oranges, strawberries of course, or raspberries. You might have little squares of baked goods like Rice Krispie squares or brownies, even little donut pieces. So there's lots of fun things you can dip into a chocolate fondue. And another wonderful hint as well is to serve that fondue for a large group, or I even do it with the kids. I use bamboo skewers. So I put the bamboo skewers into a tall glass with the points facing down. That way, when you're rummaging through the skewers to pick out one to use, your fingers aren't touching the section of the skewer that's going to go into somebody's food. So as you can see, this comes together pretty quickly. We are just going to let it sit on the heat until it starts to boil. And that'll take a few moments because my whipping cream was very cold from the fridge. So while we're waiting for that to happen, I want to point out another one of my favorite cookware items. And it is something that you probably haven't thought a whole lot about in your kitchen. And that is our piano wire whisk from Epicure. And if you're thinking, oh gosh, the whisk in my drawer doesn't look a whole lot like that one, that might be because this is a professional quality whisk and it has more wires in the balloon section. So what that means is it incorporates more air into whatever you're whisking or mixes it faster so you get your job done quicker. If there's only 4 or 6 wires, it's going to take quite a while and a lot of elbow grease to get that whisking done. I love that it has quite a chubby handle on here, so it's really comfortable in my hand. It's going to prevent hand fatigue. And it's a closed handle as well. So if you can see right down in there, it is sealed. There's stainless steel going right across there, which means food debris cannot go down inside. Because what I've learned from the other types of whisks that have a hollow handle is if food debris can go in, it can also get back out. And so you don't want old food debris going into your new dish that you're making. So I love a closed whisk. So again, we're just going to let it come to the boil. Then we are going to turn the heat down, let it boil as per our directions again, super, super easy, for 3 minutes on medium. And then we're going to take it off the heat, pour it into a mixing bowl, and chill. So we've got 2 different options here with our chocolate fudge. This is how it looks when freshly made and warm. So it's a beautiful, silky smooth fudge sauce, great for drizzling over desserts or using as a chocolate fudge fondue. And then we also have a version that we've chilled overnight. And as you can see, it gets super, super thick. So we're going to whip this with the electric beater and it will turn into the most gorgeous fudge frosting. So it will be a little noisy, but I want to show you the difference. There will be a color change and I want to help you see what happens. paler. It's going to get paler and paler and paler as it thickens. So it's doubling in volume. It's getting thicker and thicker. We're just going to keep going. As you can see, it's getting much, much thicker. You just want to keep going until when you pull your beater up like that, you get a soft peak. So see how you can see the beater tracks in your frosting? We are all done. Pull it up, you've got a soft peak that just folds over a little bit. So it's almost tripled in volume, super smooth and silky, and absolutely scrumptious. So professional. So we're gonna garnish up a couple of these. We've whipped up some of our fudge sauce into a lovely little icing here. So you can slather that over the top of a brownie. This is if you wanna make it look like a larger dessert. So you could top your brownie with that lovely topping, or you could frost your individual 2-bite brownies. There we go. So you could serve them as a dessert like that. Gets a little messy for the lunchbox. You could top it with a strawberry, or you could even gild the lily, as it were, and drizzle with a little bit of that fudge sauce as well, right over the icing. Garnish with a berry. Maybe we might want to dip that berry. So you could dip that into the fondue as well. And there you go. Dessert is served. So that's our delicious fudge brownies. We're just going to slide those over here. And then we have our cheesecakes. So the same idea. I wouldn't necessarily frost the individual cheesecakes, but you can freeze them like this and then garnish them. Add berries to the plate, a drizzle of fudge sauce, add some little whipped cream drizzles, whatever you might like. So you can really make these look gorgeous. And again, I love the portion control. You really feel like you're having a treat. And I'll share with you as well, so you're just gonna fan out your little berry there. I'll share with you as well that the cheesecake petites and the brownie petites are actually on our Good Food Real Results program. So how can you not enjoy a healthy eating program that lets you sit and relax and savor bites of cheesecake with your evening coffee? That certainly doesn't sound like a diet to me. And then over here we have our individual cheesecakes. So again, if you wanted to serve this as an individual dessert, you could drizzle with the fudge sauce. You could be a little fancier than me if you like, drizzle it right over the plate. Again, garnish with berries, raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, or another really lovely way to do that is totally cover the top with chocolate. I might let it set up a little bit so it's a little more solid. Then you can dip a berry. And actually, it's kind of nice if the drizzles drip down over the side. That's very, very on trend right now. So you could top that with a berry. Let's just add a little more fudge sauce. And there you go, some absolutely gorgeous desserts, 100% gluten-free, super easy peasy to make. You're gonna look like a pro.